Hi, I'm Kimberly Horn.
And I'm Hudson Warren. And we meant well.
Hey there.
How we doing?
I'm good. I'm very
like
good.
it.
Hey, anytime I get to sit down with you and have a little bit of fun.
I
mean, come on. How do we mix? Like something so much fun. We like to talk. We like each other.
Yeah.
And then we get to do it all on a podcast. And
I know.
Come on.
It's awesome.
I know. And I've been having a lot of fun with people. Like they text us. My favorite comment that I'm getting from people is, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to interact in the conversation,
Yes.
and you guys aren't hearing me. I'm like, of course not, honey. You're in your
It's
car.
pre-recorded. Yeah. We're not there.
I think it's funny, though.
I think it's great.
That's exactly kind of what we wanted from this.
Yeah, it feels like they're a part of the conversation.
Yeah, it feels like we're a big part of the conversation.
Whether they want to be or not.
Well, and I've gotten, and I know you've gotten this too. I've binge listened to all of yours, and that's perfect because we kind of wanted this to be not too long, not too short, but a perfect. Like you'd want to listen to the next one.
I know. It's cool.
It is so.
I like
cool.
it.
Me too. I do like it.
Where did you mean well this week?
Oh goodness! Like literally today meant well.
Oh.
Like not even. Oh, let me have time to think about how dumb I can be on a regular.
Loud and clear. Yeah.
So you and I were just recording an episode because we do that. We'll sometimes do more than one in one day.
Yeah.
And as we're literally in the middle of our episode, I hear the door downstairs open and close. And I remember that I forgot to pick up my daughter at the bus stop. So, I mean, my husband left and says, hey, don't forget Savannah. I'm like, I would never forget Savannah. I'll even set an alarm on my phone. I did not set an alarm on my phone. And so we're sitting here and we're recording and I'm like, she just have to walk home. It's not that big of a deal. And she's 10 and the walk home
It's only 5 miles, right?
Uphill both ways in the snow. Yes, exactly what it is. So anyways, I did mean well. I did mean to pick her up. It's one of my favorite things to do is pick her up on the bus stop.
I know.
But yeah, she had to walk home. And it's funny because luckily we were in the middle of a podcast because she would have come up like the drama queen she is. And she'd have been like, I had to walk all the way home.
Instead, she just laid there and stared you down for about 15 minutes. Because I was here for it.
And you had no clue why she sat there and just listened to us.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty nice that that her daughter wants to listen to our conversation.
Yeah.
That's not it. She was ready to give me the
She was
sass.
ready to pounce.
She was ready to pounce on me.
Yeah.
I meant well.
You sure did.
I'll make up tomorrow when I forget her at the bus stop.
No, you got to forget the boys, just to balance it out. Yeah.
They can definitely walk home 5 miles uphill both ways in the snow.
Yeah. They're resilient.
So where did you mean well?
I meant well last week. Look, I've created my own problem and I want to acknowledge that right away. But I went in for a haircut as one does. I don't know how much you can see if you're watching. Like my hair is actually quite curly. And in recent years, I've embraced that and I used to keep it really short, but I was like, I'm so over this. So I let it grow out, but the sides get real bushy. So I still need a haircut. So I went in to get my haircut and I don't like planning things in advance like that because I'm weird. And so I go to like Great Clips. And if you love Great Clips, good for you. I don't go there because I love it. I go there because I can walk in and someone will cut my hair. And so, one on the sides, the back. Yep. Great. All right. 3/4 inch on top. Yeah. And I tell the lady, I'm like 3/4 inch off, not 3/4 inch length, 3/4 inch off. She's like, yeah. So she does the sides and I've never had her before. So I swear I was like polite and not like you. Like when she grabbed the scissors, I was like, hey, just confirming like 3/4 inch off the top. She's like, yeah. Now I take my glasses off when I'm getting a haircut. If you've never actually watched us, I wear glasses. I'm very blind. I cannot see anything without my glasses. I can't count my own fingers without my glasses. So I put them on the counter and I feel like hairdressers, most of them forget that the blind people are blind without glasses.
Yeah.
So she just kept asking like they always do, like, oh, is this looking fine? Sure. I just assume it's fine. Look, she left 3/4 inch. I mean, this was a week ago. I mean, it's fine. I'm going to survive. This is not a big deal. But yes, she just, she hacked. I mean, My hair was probably at its longest, like 4 inches long, and she cut it under an inch. And I was like, oh,
Well, it's funny you
oh.
say that because when you were here just last week and we were doing our other episodes, I was like, oh, and I didn't say anything to you, but I was going to say, you got some hair happening. Like you're getting the curls, your hair was longer,
Yeah. And
longer than I've seen it.
my goal is to keep the length on top, but she gone now. She gone.
Your goal was to keep the length. Her goal was to
Her
get rid of
goal,
your
she
length.
said, I don't like this for you, so I'm just going to do whatever I want because I have the scissors.
Yeah, you
And
definitely
I
didn't take-
still paid for the haircut and tipped her and then went home and was annoyed. But, you know,
yeah.
it's okay. It's going to grow back.
Yeah, and it still looks really good.
Until one day it won't. But right now I think it'll still grow back.
You know, that happened to when I was with my mom. My mom does hair, but she doesn't do it in a shop. She's kept her license for I think she was 20 something and she's like 50 years.
Oh, wow.
She's had a license. So as a kid, she always did our hair. She would cut it, she would perm it, she would whatever we asked, color it, whatever. And I remember I was letting my hair grow out because I was the traditional born in the 70s bowl cut. And I swear that she had some bowl that she hid behind the counter to trim our hair. Sorry, Mama, love you. And I remember I was letting my hair grow out, but I knew I needed to get a trim.
Yeah.
And she was on the phone talking. She's like, come on. I'll get your hair cut. And I'm like, okay, Mom, but I just want you to take a little bit off. Like just trim it a little bit. Hudson, when I say she took inches off, I was like devastated because I was young and dumb and didn't think anything was ever going to grow back. Now, if you know me, you know my hair is always long.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Brian cuts all the kids' hair.
Does he?
And he'll offer to do mine every once in a while. And I just always look at him and say, I'd like to stay married, please. Thank you.
I don't know. You might get a better job with Brian.
I might actually. I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
he actually does a very good job, but we're close enough. I don't feel like he needs to cut my hair. I can't. It's too many things.
Yeah, exactly. There's only so much
There's got to be a little mystery.
Yeah. Well, you got it with your girl.
Yeah.
Mystery solved.
I did. Yeah, plenty of mystery.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
What we talk about today?
Oh, it's a good one.
Okay.
Might be a little bit, it's going to be a little interesting, I think, this one.
Yeah.
So when you outgrow people, how do you do it and handle it like an adult?
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. Okay, so I love that this is our topic. And it brings me back to, I was with a boss of mine, and this is a concept that we know well. And he said something like, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with.
Right.
Meaning, if you looked around at the 5 people that you hang out with, you guys probably are in a similar growth, a similar income, a similar thinking.
Yeah.
And I remember going, that can't be true until I looked at everybody who was surrounding me. And here was the biggest kicker for me is I didn't like where I was sitting, and everybody I was with was sitting in the same spot. And I thought, oh, I mean, how they acted, how they thought, where they wanted to grow, how much they didn't want to grow. And I had to make a conscious choice at that point in time to get into different rooms and to get into different circles. Yeah. It's not easy.
It's not easy, I think, but it's also so necessary. And I think people spend so much time or give so much weight towards pleasing other people.
Yes.
And I'm not saying you should treat people like garbage either, but like our lives are short. I feel like you should live it for you and make decisions that make sense for you. And I think that, you know, I can think of a lot of relationships I've outgrown over the years. I can think of friendships I've outgrown. I can think of like romantic relationships I've outgrown, business relationships I've outgrown. And I just think the beautiful thing about being an adult is that it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It's not high school. Like somebody listening to this right now, might be thinking of like friends that they spend time with that they kind of feel like are maybe dragging them down a little bit. Like, you know, you could just like stop. Like, it doesn't need to be some dramatic breakup.
I now break up with you as a friend.
Well,
no.
I think that's what a lot of people are worried it's going to be, when in reality, you could just stop putting effort into that relationship.
Yes.
Like it just doesn't have to be that big of a deal.
It doesn't. And we do make it a bigger deal than it needs to be. And it doesn't have to be. I mean, if I've ever been And here's the interesting thing, or my take on it at least. There's been times that I've been with friends and they have given me so much in the friendship.
Yeah.
And then there's a moment that I recognize that I'm no longer in that same space.
Yeah.
Meaning they might have gotten me to this point, but they're not going to get me to the next point, or they're not. Oh, that's going to sound bad when I say it and someone's going to find this thing, but it's not serving me well to be in that consistent friendship. And it doesn't even mean that I would not hang out with them. I just wouldn't hang with them, or that they wouldn't be a big part of who I am.
Well, I was going to say that it's not everybody. I mean, sometimes there's someone in your life that you have to get rid of. That's different.
Yeah,
A lot of times, again, we're just talking about some editing and some adjusting. It's not like we need
that's a
to
good way to look at it.
you don't
Yeah.
have to dramatically cut
Mhm.
people out all the time, at least.
Mhm.
And sometimes we do, and that's a whole other direction to go
Yeah.
with this. But I just feel like it's okay. And I also feel like if you're hanging out with the wrong people, it's so funny that saying about the 5 people. I've always believed that. But the older I get, the more I think it's kind of ridiculous that we say 5 people, because I think the
Number
number is
is
irrelevant.
correct.
Whomever you spend the most time with, you're going to be like that person.
Mhm.
That's the real message. I
Mhm.
think we can get lost in literal thinking in the 5, but I just don't think it's that big a deal. I think the other thing to keep in mind is that if you feel like you've outgrown somebody, because there's also just maybe you feel like someone's holding you back or bringing you down. And I think that we also need to, if it's an important relationship, I mean, if it's an acquaintance, like just move on. Like, again, let's
Yeah,
be real.
exactly.
If it's an important relationship, I think you need to figure out whether it's an on purpose thing or not.
Yeah. We talk about this.
Yeah.
Like if you have anybody who doesn't support you, or you tell them your goals or your thoughts or your thinking, and they laugh at you, or they don't tend to make you think different or think stronger, or you feel like they're literally not approving to what it is, and you love them and there's someone important to you. I hear this a lot, and I see this a lot in families, like
Yeah.
blood relations.
Yeah.
Those are the hardest, right? Because
It is hard.
but you have to decide, can I have a conversation with them to say, hey, when I say this and you do this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
But if it's someone who doesn't have to be a part of your world, you can just stop.
Yeah, you can just stop. And having that conversation is important, though, because I see this a lot. I've experienced it, especially I think for people like us who are more entrepreneurial and don't work like a typical job. Like you have family members, friends who will say like, "Oh, are you sure? Do you think you should really do that?" Like,
Yes.
"Oh, it's okay," or "It's okay if you fail. Don't sweat it." Like,
Oh my.
and which I feel like a lot of times, if you just talk to them, what you'll figure out is that they actually think they're being supportive by like
Mhm.
cushioning the fall because they just don't think like you. And I think if they care enough to want to help, then they'd be responsive to you saying like, "Hey, cool, I appreciate that. Please stop." Like,
Yeah.
don't say those things. Don't do those things. I appreciate that you care, but that's not how it feels for
Mhm.
me. Like they'll be willing to change, I think, if they genuinely care. And then,
Mhm.
and then there's the worst case scenario that somebody who is a super close relationship to you, family or friend or whatever, they really might actively have it out for you. I mean,
Mhm.
not every, I think that most people have some sort of good in them, but some people are rough. And, I think at a certain point, I'm of the belief that I don't think you owe loyalty to anybody if it's completely one-sided.
Mhm.
And this, like I don't have a relationship with my dad. Like I cut that off years ago.
Yeah.
But I also gave many, many years to it.
Mhm.
And I genuinely believe that I did and said everything I could to make that a relationship that was healthy and that was helpful. But he had no willingness to change. And I woke up one day, and the reason I ended that relationship was, and even that, it wasn't dramatic. I never broke up. I just stopped.
You stopped.
But I woke up one day and I was like, this man who is my dad, which made it weird. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, he's the only person on earth right now that makes me feel awful every time I interact.
Ugh.
Like every time. So I'm like, how, like, I'm not, like, I'm 30 something years into
You don't
this.
need to
Like,
be.
I'm not doing
You
that.
don't got time for that. No.
I'm not, I mean, I gave him up until like about 40.
Yeah.
And so it just became this thing where I'm like, all right, well, no. So, and I only share that because some people have to make that hard decision if we're going to keep moving in a forward, upward motion.
Yeah.
Then sometimes we do have to get rid of people. But I do think more often than not, it's as simple as either editing out people that don't really matter that much in the first place, or having conversations with the people that do so they understand.
Yeah. So you bring up a really interesting one on family, right? Like that is your dad. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
right?
it's totally a big deal.
And I think giving someone a lot of time to show them, but then sometimes you just have to believe who people are.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've all been told actions speak louder than words.
Mm-hmm.
So, at a certain point, what's the definition of insanity, right?
Over
like,
and over,
I'm not going to keep going back to something like that. And I constantly I will always advocate for somebody to get away from a relationship that's highly negative. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, I do it all the time. I mean, I do it all the time. We do it when we're coaching, you know, if someone's not serving you. So let's switch it on the friend side, right? So because I can think back, and I still am. So here's the interesting part. Still friends with people. I don't tend to spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
Right. And I think on the friendship side, I think sometimes I am so aware of the energy I receive from other people.
Yeah.
I'm also aware of the energy they will suck from me. And I don't believe someone comes in saying, I just need all of what you have, or I want
I don't think it's very malicious.
It's not malicious.
At least not often.
Not often, not on purpose, generally. Yeah. Yet I know, like, there are people in my world, there's also been people who I can remember this vividly. We had one of my friends visit, and the person that I was during that visit was not someone that I should have been. I knew it when she left, and Mike looked at me and he goes, yeah, I don't really ever want this person to come back to our house. And I agreed with him because of where they were in their world. And I showed up with them versus them showing up with me. And so I just distanced myself. I'm so friendly. I've had it with coworkers. I've had it with people who have been a part of my world, in a really important part of my world. And I think when you use the word edit, that's actually a brilliant word, if you ask me, because you can limit time, limit conversations, limit how much energy, limit just if you're even going to be a part of it. And I think the adult part of it, being an adult and doing this, is doing it with grace and with looking out for yourself. I mean, I look at everybody and go, you're either walking in the room and the lights are coming on, or when you leave the room, the lights come on.
It's so true.
And you know who they are.
Well, and that's the thing that I think at a certain point we learn with our health, right? With our health, you listen to your body. If something feels wrong, something probably is wrong. So you look into it, you go to a doctor, whatever. I think it's the same thing with energy. When you're around somebody, they could be a nice, kind, loving person, but if their presence is like an unplugging of your power cord, then that's not somebody who you need to spend time with. And that doesn't mean they're wrong. It doesn't mean you're a jerk. And I think that's where we have to like be adult about this and not childish about this. Like, you can respect and care for people without having to be everybody's best friend.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, I'm similar to you. Like, I feel like I have friends everywhere, and I feel like so many people that know me peripherally, who know me peripherally, I still don't think I said it right, but I think people assume that I have so many friends, as I put it in air quotes. And while I would agree that I do, I have like 3 people outside of my family that I electively spend time with.
Yeah.
And, it'd probably be a few more than that if certain people maybe didn't live as far away. But like, as far as local, like, there's just only so many people I'm giving my time to. And it's not I'm better than anybody. These are the people who build me up. These are the people who energize me, who inspire me, who push me to be better. And so I just feel like everybody's better to give more time than that.
Yeah.
And, the other thing that I'll say is that I feel like when you think about editing, when you think about who you're going to spend your time with, I feel like if I have somebody in my world that doesn't really belong there, until I get rid of them, I've not made space for
True.
the right
Yeah.
person, the right fit, the right relationship, whatever kind it is. But if that's true for me, it's true for other people. So I kind of think in my head, when I free up somebody else's space, like, yeah, it might suck for that person who feels like they're being let go or paid less attention to. But now they have the energy and the space to go get
Yes.
themselves into something better as well. So I feel like it's a win-win situation that when it doesn't feel right, you address it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, as we're talking about this, I think about like in my head, I'm going, what kind of person do I look for to be on that other side with me? One, if they pour, I am an energy. I have a lot of energy.
True.
True. And it's not unlimited, right? So
No, you're human.
I like for the other person to have some similar energy with me. Not that I can't handle someone with a low energy pool, but I'm
Right.
looking for that piece there. I'm looking for somebody who's going to press me on the way that I think about stuff,
Yeah.
meaning differently or definitely bigger. I'm looking for someone who will call me kind of out on my stuff. Like if
Yeah.
I'm going to be thinking something that, and they're like, wait, hold on. That doesn't sound whatever it is. I'm also looking for someone who just, I can feel like they care about me. Like
Yeah.
I can be, now the other one that I'm learning to love more of, I'll keep saying learning, is allowing me to be who I am truly, the vulnerable side of me. And it
Oh,
feels safe.
yeah.
And for a long time, I would say in a lot of my circles, I did not really, I probably had it. I didn't feel like I did never let that freak flag shot
Yeah.
or whatever. So, I mean, that's kind of what I look for when I do that. And if someone is not in that check the box, here's what I would say. If you ever get done with a meeting with someone, a lunch or a cocktail or whatever, and when you leave there, you feel more drained than you feel
Yeah.
energized
That's a no for me.
and over and over again, it's time. It's time
Yeah.
for you to figure out, is it really worth your time?
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, it's not.
I'm just saying.
That's the answer.
Mhm,
I'm
it's
gonna
not.
help you all out. It's not. If
It's
that's
just
how you
not.
feel after you spend time with somebody,
It's
boop, time out.
not.
Nope.
No,
Cool. Anything else on that?
not really. It's okay for you to find someone who fills up your bucket. So honor that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I think that's maybe a good place to end that discussion is like,
Mhm.
here's your permission if you've been waiting for it. Like, you don't have to stay, whether it's professional, personal, romantic, whatever. You don't have to stay places
Mhm.
forever. You don't have to stay in relationships forever.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the same kind of relationship
Mhm.
forever. Again, it could be just more of a, okay, well, we're going to go from this much time to this much
Yeah.
time. But yeah, you're allowed to do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's
Yeah.
the right. I don't think it's ever the wrong thing to take care of yourself.
I will add this though, just if wrap up this. If you're in a growth pattern,
Yeah.
you need to be aware of who's the closest to you, specifically partner, marriage, or whatever it is. Because if you're growing and they're not, you may turn around and look at them and go, why are they holding me back? Well, they're not holding you back. You have just grown. So you either have to bring them with you,
Yeah.
have a conversation with them, because some people forget that they might be working on something specific. But if you're not bringing the other person along with you, they're going to be back there.
Yeah.
And that's okay too. So,
Mhm.
all right. What you got for me?
All right.
Who thought this was a good idea?
So, who thought this was a good idea? It was Mother's Day this past weekend, so we took both of our moms to this really cool place. It's a farm. Side note, it's a really cool story. It was like these two couples that were super close friends. They'd talked for years about opening a farm that was kind of like an event space, blah, blah, blah. Not like a farm as much as like for people to come.
Yeah.
Anyways. And then really tragically, one of the couples, the wife passed away from cancer, and they were pretty young. They were like, I'm assuming probably our age or maybe a little bit younger. And when that happened, after the initial blow, it was like, nope, we're doing this. And so they opened this farm in her honor. And it's a really cool place. So we went to go like pick flowers, do all the things. So really fun place. we had food. It was great. Like our experience was wonderful, and we will go back. Maybe not when it's 90 degrees out, but we will go back. And yet we went inside to buy our little buckets so we could go pick their wildflowers. And they were doing a clearance because they shut down, or the shop shuts down for the summer because it's Florida. It's 10,000 degrees. So they had discounted everything, and they had some hats. And I was like, I almost like, my hats all get stolen. I don't wear them often, but when I want one because we live in Florida, lots of sun. So Brian and I decided we would both get these hats. Now these were sitting with all adult things, like all adult size things, all adult size everything. Like it was adult. Like there was no kid section. There was no kid anything in here. So we buy these hats, and then I go to put one on, and I'm like, this. I either my head has doubled in size, which I do have a large cranium, and yet I've bought a hat before and I've been able to fit the hat over my head. This hat, it was like a baseball cap with the little tabs at the back. I had to just open the tabs completely to get it on my big fat head. And I was like, who, like, are these kids? If these are kid sizes, then it probably should have said somewhere that they were for kids. They don't look like a kid hat. If they're adult sizes,
Oh, you do have a big
I
head
don't
then.
know what shiesty website these were made on, but they were not built for adult heads. Brian's fit, but barely as well. So yeah, who thought that was a good idea? Like, hello, it's an adjustable hat. If I go to the biggest setting and I can't get it on my head, I'm not
And
literally
you
10
probably
feet
didn't
around.
think I need to try this on because
Well, no,
it's
I
a
was
hat.
also super sweaty. So I
ugh,
thought that would
yeah.
be really disgusting
really
to
disgusting.
try a hat on in case I didn't buy it. So I was like,
Yeah.
it's adjustable. It'll be
Mhm.
fine. 'Twas not.
'Twas not.
Yeah.
So
So-
now you had to pass that hat on down to a child.
Yeah, I mean, well, they steal them anyways. So I guess I just made this one easier. So what do you got?
I don't know if his two thought this was a good idea, but I don't get it. So you buy like pillows and stuff and they have tags on them, which is fine.
Yes.
But they say something like, if you rip this off, it's like against the
Yeah, you're going to go to jail and we're going to
what?
stone you. I'd love to know if anyone's ever actually been
What does that
arrested
even mean?
for
If I take
yeah.
off a tag on a new pillow, I'm going to jail.
If it's true, I'm doing life, because every pillow that comes into my home, I mean, it hasn't even hit the couch before I've sliced that thing off or ripped it off. Yeah, I'm not.
I don't-
no.
Okay, so I do get that all rules happen because somebody did something. But what
Yeah,
did
some weird thing.
what did the
went
person
down.
do for a tag to
Yeah.
be so offensive?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, I bought a new pillow, clearly.
Yeah,
You know that's-
obviously. Yeah.
Finding the right pillow is not very easy because
Like a sleeping
like
pillow?
a sleeping pillow. And
Oh.
I have done all the ones like the
I have one I like. Brian changes every like few months. He's like Goldilocks. He cannot find a pillow he loves.
well, I wasn't even out looking for one, and I was in Target, and it said a cool pillow, and I'm always 100,000 degrees,
Oh.
and so I bought it, and I really do like it. Actually, I like the pillow. I'm very
Oh.
happy with it. I sleep really great with it. But as I was, putting it in all of its stuff, I'm like, I really did. I was like, what the heck is this? This is ridiculous.
It's dumb.
I just want to know the origin. I guess I could probably Google it or whatever and figure it out.
No, I'd
That's-
rather make up stories.
Be better to make a really funny story up of like,
But here's the way I see it. If you're the type of person that rips the tag off the pillow, even though it says you're going to go to jail or whatever it says, then you're our type of person. So please
Yes.
follow us so that
Uh-huh.
you're notified of all the new episodes. Please tell your friends about the crazy people that you're listening to that just talked about pillows and,
our right kind of people.
and,
There
and
are
small
people.
hats. Yeah.
yeah, tiny hats and
Yeah.
crappy.
So
Thanks,
we'd love to have
friends.
you on the journey.
Thanks.
Have a good one.